Meow, meow, meow. Hi, Cameron. How are you? First one in. See, we got 60 in here now, so we're picking up here. Oh, can't complain. My sleep is all kind of a little knocked off because of all the silo screams for the last couple of nights, but that's what happens. Hi, Maria. How are you? Pike's not just showing us his butt today, he's showing us the back of his head. Yeah, Nipple's kind of down here too. She's just kind of over there chilling. She's getting to the point now where she's like Bite. She knows when I'm going to do a live stream, and when and when I start getting set up, all of a sudden they're wandering around. So how was last night? It was insane. It was insanely busy. I got out there. Normally, the way the thing works is the show works from 8 to 11, and usually they stop selling tickets at 11, and then everybody who's in gets to go through all the mazes. Well, at 11 o'clock, there were still people buying tickets to get in, and clearly 1,000 people in line waiting to get into the maze I was in. So that was just really wild. I didn't get home until about 2 in the morning. There's going to be a video coming out too. I shot some video a couple nights ago, so you'll get to see that at some point. It'll be like the Halloween video I did last year, where there won't be it'll be demonetized, so there's no ads on it, because it's basically for John, and for so he can promote the thing. And it sounds like this is just going to be more of a documentation of the thing, because you really can't advertise it anymore because it's over now. But it sounds like it's just going to be kind of a fun, advertisement, and maybe a promotion for like next year or something like that. Oh, you like the shirt? Yeah, yeah. I got this is this is one of the shirts that I got when Jordan and I went to the gas station, to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station. They have those there. It's a great shirt. Yeah, happy birthday, Bill. Sorry, I saw that go by there, and I was in the middle of talking something, and I got off on a tangent and forgot. Did I get my mask from Jordan? No, I guess Jordan must have mentioned that on a vlog or something then, because he sent me a text picture of it the other day. And yeah, let me see if I can pull that up. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I got to be careful here. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, he got me a mask that's shaped like an eyeball. And so he sent me a text of that a couple days ago. So I guess he must have mentioned that on a vlog or a live stream or something. Did I get a pool cover yet? No, I'm gonna go check that. Gonna go check that tomorrow, probably, see what happens then. Did I change my clocks back? Actually, I forgot completely about it until I got home last night. I got home and it was like 2 in the morning, and all of a sudden I looked at my cell phone and said it was one. It's like, wait a second, why it's one? No, it should be two, because I left the place at 1:30, and it's like, oh, that's right, clocks change back. So yeah, still got a couple clocks that are off. In fact, I did start this live stream thinking it was quarter to 12, but it's quarter to 11. So yeah, see, the clocks out here aren't, but the clock on the computer is, and the clock in my bedroom is. Did I see the blue moon last night? Yeah, that was awesome. I was so excited when I found out a couple weeks ago that the final night of Silo of Screams on Halloween night was going to be a full moon. Yeah, it was. I think that was part of the reason that place was just insane last night. Yeah, well, Jordan got that for me because he knows I'm a Residents fan, and the Residents. One of their great masks is they'd walk around in tuxedos with giant ceramic eyeballs with top heads on their head. So that Jordan knows I'm into them, and so what's the best tasting barbecue in Texas? The best I've had so far is at Hellberg's Barbecue, and I vlogged that about a year ago. That was really really good. And I've been to a few places though that are really good too. Um, there's something called Don's Barbecue that I've been to. I've vlogged that too, and yeah, there's. I mean, everywhere there's good barbecue in Texas. That's just kind of the way it is. What? You see that? Jen saying hi to you. He's going to ditch me in a minute if I don't start dishing the treats. See if we can get Nibble to come back out here. She was out here a few minutes ago, but there you go. Kitty treat for Bite. And thank you for not saying Dickies. Yeah, I tried Dickies. Dickies was fine. Uh, I've had someone say it's Dickies is the barbecue equivalent of Burger King. You want some Nibble? Here's one for you. She's so dainty when she eats. All right, that'll keep them occupied for about 2 seconds. Back to you. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I heard that, Kathy, that they were locking down for a month. That's crazy. Is there anything that I haven't vlogged that I'd like to do? Yeah, yeah. There's things I want to do around here. You'll see. You know, Jordan kind of mentioned, I think, when he was on the live stream last week, he asked me if I'd done my Austin vlog yet. That's one I've been thinking about for a while, and you'll probably see that at some point. It's nicer to do kind of more outside kind of things now because it's a little cooler out. It's not so much fun to be outside and about when it's like 95 and 100 degrees out. Trust me, I moved out of my pods when it was like that, and it was miserable. Are Bite and Nibbles related? Yeah, I believe they're brother and sister. Just because I found them both abandoned in my backyard when they were 5 weeks old, and I can't believe that the two kittens from two separate litters who were both 5 weeks old would both escape their litters, wind up in my backyard together. So they got to be brother and sister. That's all I can figure. Right? That's your sister. You won't tell me, but I mean you've known her longer than I have. White Nibble will never look like my visitor sitting on the chair, too well fed. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, he was my one and only Halloween decoration. I basically had him sitting out on the porch in that chair for a couple of weeks, but that was all I did this year. Except for go to Silo of Screams. It's going to be a 1 or 2 hour vlog. This is going to be a 1 hour one. We're going to do that, while we're doing these Silo of Screams because, like I said, I got home at 2 in the morning and my clock is still out of whack because normally I wanted to sleep until about 10 this morning, and you know, uh, it didn't work out. I was like rolling around a bed at 7, so I'm up, you know, 3 hours of sleep a couple nights ago, about 5 hours of sleep last night. I'll sleep well tonight, I guarantee you. Yeah, I've heard that the Texas voting has already surpassed 2016 totals. When do we vote on the bedroom paint? Probably very soon. I may actually do that vlog today. I don't know. Maybe I'll do two vlogs because I got to do two of them this weekend. Yeah, I'm on my short weekend right now, and I got to do 4 vlogs a week, and this is my 3-day weekend. So one day this week I got to do two. So maybe one of them will be um, the bedroom painting video one. We'll see. I got to still run out and get a couple more paint chips. There was some last minute submissions. Do you have to wear? Do I have to wear? I assume you're talking to me. Do I have to wear a mask everywhere I go? A lot of businesses require you to wear them to go in, but I try and wear them as little as I have to. I have to wear them at work, and I had to wear them at Silo with Screams, and that's just I don't think that's healthy either. It's you're constantly breathing in your own air. Best part of the day at work right now is the end of the day when I can take the mask off. I'm just tired of not being able to breathe, and I'm tired of having chapped lips too. Bite and nibble. Yeah, they definitely adopted me, no doubt about that. It's been actually cold here the last week or so. I think I mentioned last week when I was doing live streams that it was kind of a couple rainy days, and ever since then it's been really cold out. I think today we're starting to warm up. I think we're going to get into the whopping upper 60s today. But for every day last week when I was doing the vlogs, it was like 40 out. It was cold. I couldn't even go out and do my nightly walks because it was too cold to do that. Cat's looking at you with disdain. Where's my food? Is that what it is? Is that what you're thinking? Because it's clear you've never missed any meals. Yeah, we could put you back in the backyard and you start eating bugs again. What do you think? Would that be okay? Yeah, I didn't think so. Keep the colors neutral. Yeah. I was talking to my mom about it, and she says, what with the dark color of the wood and the dark colors on the bedspread, that she said that basically anything that's kind of an earth tone will go with that. And it looks like all the submissions I've been getting so far are sort of that. So, and like I said, I got a couple more I got to try and pick up. I watched Jordan's latest vlog on Halloween. No, I haven't. Yesterday was a 21-hour day between work and Silo of Screams. And I came home, went to bed, got up this morning, you know, ate breakfast and started a live stream. So yeah, no, I haven't really caught up with anything else yet. It is still the beginning of my day. In fact, like I said, it's not even noon here yet. It's not even 10, 11 here yet. I keep looking at the clock up there, and the clock up there says it's almost noon, but I haven't set that one back yet. How old are Bite and Nibble? I believe they're 13, aren't you? 13 whoppingly years old. 13 years young, huh? Old man. Yeah. Yeah, they'll. I think they'll be 14 in March sometime. Thank you, Mistress Beats. I appreciate that. Love you too. Have I lost a lot of weight? Yeah, I think I have actually. I weigh less now than I think I probably weighed in 10 or 15 years. I think it's just all the working, all the walking I'm doing at work because I'm constantly on my feet and constantly moving. And then I come home and do more walking here. So, you know, I don't know what I was at my peak. In fact, I did a pre-employment screening right before I got my job, and I've been halfway thinking about going back there because I think they weighed me, and I'd be interested to know what I was because that would have been at my peak, and I would bet you I was probably at 220 at that point. But I looked this morning, I was 194 pounds. I've lost almost 25 pounds in the last 6 months. I'm not even doing anything about it. It's just work. Not complaining. I've always wanted to kind of keep it under 200. How old am I? I'm 56. 56 years young, huh? That's more than four of you. How's my mom? My mom's doing good. My mom, she had that little weird situation in the emergency room a little over a week ago, but I don't know. They didn't find anything. She was all. I talked to her right after the live stream last week, and she, kind of recanted the whole, or retold the whole story to me, and basically, she had just started experiencing some. Oh, I don't know. Nibble just got freaked out, just ran down the hall full speed. Um, she got kind of freaked out because she had her knee replaced a few years ago, and it was that leg was really hurting. It was hurting to. She couldn't sleep because of it, so she thought maybe there was something wrong. They took an X-ray of it and said nothing's wrong. So I don't know. False alarm. She probably just pinched a nerve. That can happen. Did I ever find out who the person was that came to see me at Silo? No, I didn't. But somebody recognized me again last night as they came by and said, "Oh, that's the guy from YouTube." So that's funny. I don't think those people were. I don't think those people were subscribers. I think they were probably people who'd gone on the Silo Screams website and seen my video and maybe watched a couple more of my videos as a result. But it was still kind of fun. It's fun when people recognize you. So you want to pay me to walk you through some repairs? Yeah, well, do I give my cats milk? No, no, they don't really get them. They don't get milk. Every once in a while, if I'm eating some tuna, they'll get a little tuna. Won't you? You like tuna, don't you? Yeah. You usually end up eating it all, so Nibble doesn't get any, right? Yeah, that's the kind of gentleman he is. Yeah, 6'4" and under 200. Yeah. Like I said, first time in a long time I've been under 200 pounds. At least, I mean, every once in a while I'll hit like 199 or something like that. But, 194, that's quite a ways. But it kind of bounces around. It depends on how much I eat. Because I only eat 2 meals a day. And I think that's a factor in it too. Does anyone recognize me from Escaping the Mouse? You mean just out in the real world or at Silo of Screams? Because there were a couple people at Silo of Screams. Last week, somebody recognized me, and again, last night, somebody recognized me. But other than that, I haven't had anyone come up to me like when I'm at Home Depot at the grocery store or anything like that. Hi, Buckle Bunny. My face looks so thin. I don't know. Maybe it's just the longer hair. Yeah, I don't know if I could do 1 meal a day. That would be a little too much. I kind of got in the habit of doing 2 meals a day when I was in college, way back in back in the olden days, early 1980s, and I kind of had a job that um, the natural lunch break was like at 3 in the afternoon because I work, I'd come in at 10 and work until about 2:30, take my lunch, and then be back at like 3 or 3:30 and then start a second shift. It's like I got kind of in the habit of eating a really late lunch and then I wouldn't be hungry for dinner. So swimming pool could help losing weight. Yeah, it could, but not probably in this case because I don't really actually swim in the pool. I just kind of soak in the pool. So unless I'm losing weight by just taking a soak in the pool, then no, I probably. And if it was, everybody would have a pool, right? That's all you had to do is go soak in the pool, and hey, I lost some weight. Tell me, wouldn't you do that? You like the way you got the guest bedroom? It's so bright now. I actually did end up putting a soft white light back into the table lamp. I do think it maybe looks a little better. I thought it was a little bit too bright in there. And so now you can kind of do both. I've still got the bright white lights and the ceiling fans, so you can light up the room really well if you want it. But if you want something a little bit more, quiet and intimate, I guess, for lack of a better word, you can go to the table lamp, and that works better, works well too. Someone said you look pissed. Are you pissed? Yeah, probably just pissed because I'm not giving you kitty treats, right? One for you too, Nibble. See what a gentleman he is. You give him one, and you give one to his sister, and what does he do? He wants to go and wants to go steal hers too. What profession am I in? I'm not really saying. I don't want to get a carpetbagger type problem. So sorry, nothing personal. Most of you wouldn't be a problem knowing, but you get just one troll on here. That's also why I'm not really giving you any specifics about where I live or shooting any pictures of the front of my house or anything like that. Hope you understand. A few things I got to kind of keep to myself. Anything I miss from California compared to Texas? I mean, I miss my friends and family, but we talk from time to time, and when we get past this virus lockdown thing, hopefully, I'll be able to go visit them some more. My mom's in a new place now, and I haven't even got a chance to see it. Move to the moon or weightless on the moon. You're not weightless on the moon. You weigh what 30% what you weigh on the moon. That's why whenever you see the pictures of the astronauts, you always see them jumping around because you can't really walk on the moon because you actually end up pushing yourself off the ground with the force people use when they step. So that's why they kind of balance like that because it's easier. That's how they get around. Losing weight should be like virginity. Once you lose it, you can't get it back. Well, in a perfect world, my family and friend Dodgers fans. The only person I knew who was a Dodgers fan was Jordan. Jordan isn't doing that anymore. I don't know if he's still a fan, but I know he used to have season tickets and go like go like multiple games every year. He brought me to a few of them, but no one else in the family that I know of is. I don't really follow sports. I guess it was kind of cool that they won, but what is it? That's Lakers and Dodgers now. That's two LA teams. Not bad. Yeah, I think my mom seems to be happy in her new place. We haven't really talked a whole lot about that, but She likes the fact that she can get visitors now. That was the thing. She really liked the old place. It's just right after she moved in, they just really locked down because of the virus. And she basically had been under house arrest for 6 months. And it was a really nice apartment. I showed you that apartment. It's a nice place, but um, when you're locked in there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 6 months straight, you can't come out to have meals. You can't socialize with any of your friends. You can't even see your family. That's gotta hurt. It's gotta be painful. So I guess the place she's in now, it's still a little bit locked down because you still have to be careful with, older people because they're the most vulnerable to the virus. But my mom can now make appointments, and my sister can come in and visit from time to time, and as long as they arrange it ahead of time and set up an appointment, it can be done. So my mom is I think happier just for that. I don't even know what the place looks like though. Tell us about the Eyeball band or group. They're called the Residents. They're out of San Francisco, and they've been performing since like the early 70s. Um, and they're just a really odd band. They do like really elaborate stage shows. Every album is has kind of a story to it, and they don't like do when you go to a concert, it isn't like a regular concert where they'll play something from this album, they'll play something from that album, play something from the other album. They'll play the album in order, and then they'll like act out what's going on, and it's really strange. It's really bizarre, and I've seen them play a couple times. They're a lot of fun. You got to go check them out. They're called the Residents, Residents, and they wear elaborate costumes. Early on, they wear ceramic eyeballs on their head. They wear tuxedos and stuff like that. Let's see if I can find a picture. I'm sure I can here. Images. Yeah, there's sort of a classic image of them in their tuxedos. They're all dressed up with their tuxedos and their canes and their top hats, but they all got eyeballs on their head. And so that's their gimmick. Now they don't always do that. They'll dress in all sorts of goofy costumes. You never know. For many years, nobody even knew who they were because they always wore masks. Now, apparently, one of them died a couple years ago, and at that point, they started identifying him. The one who died, we found out his name was Hardy Fox, and there's another one also who we found out, but they were always just referred to as A, B, C, and D because there were four of them. Did they pick the paint color? No, we're going to probably do that today or tomorrow. I don't know yet. Yeah, Bill, no politics here, please. We're all friends here. Trump supporters, Biden supporters, it's all the same. You're people, and I just want to be on good terms with everyone. What's the weather like? Yeah, let's get away from politics. Let's talk about the weather. It's actually a little warmer today. It was really cold last week. We had like a cold front come through here, and for 3 or 4 days in a row, it was like 40 degrees even during the day, and even colder at night. We dip into the 30s at night. So, um, it's a little warmer today. It's supposed to get up into the upper 60s today. I think they said 67, 66, 67, something like that. But that's okay. That's at least nice weather to be out. Ever listen to the Dam? No, I never really listened to them. You want a belly rub bite? We got a request for a belly rub. Belly rub time here. Let's get you up so you can see the belly. See the big fat belly. Watch the fur fly. Belly rub. Okay, enough belly rub. Get all the cat hair off me now. A lot of people at Silo Screams. Yes, actually, he had thousands. He sold out 1,000 tickets beforehand, and then probably sold 1,000 more at the door last night. So he had a really good night. So I'm glad about that. Nipple's just really neurotic today. I don't know. She came out here and kind of meowed a little bit, and then got back down the hall, and then just 100 miles an hour and run back to her room. So I don't know. Maybe she's seen ghosts or something. Yeah, rest in peace, Sean Connery. I mean, he had a long life, so that's really awesome. And it seemed to me he was, wasn't somebody who kind of, you know, fizzled out at the end. He was good all the way to the end. I don't think I ever saw him in a movie I didn't like him in. Yeah, Sean was great. I also like Roger. Roger is a great Bond too. Roger had more of a comedian approach to James Bond. I always appreciated that. I always like how he'd look at the camera and smirk it from time to time. It's like, yeah, I get this joke. This is funny. The Damned had interesting album covers. Well, that's a lot. I know a lot of people that go in and buy albums solely for the album cover. You've heard me talk about my favorite band, Guided by Voices. The singer Guided by Voices is known to do that too. In fact, he tells stories in some of the documentaries on the band about before he was actually a band. When he was in school and stuff like that, he'd like make up album covers and he'd write songs and stuff like that. Everything except the band, and he'd like get photos and you'd cut photos out of the yearbook and say, yeah, that guy looks like he'd be in my band, and he'd paste them on the cover and he'd make these elaborate covers and everybody'd think he had a band and he didn't. But he also said that a lot of times he'd go into record stores and he'd just thumb through stuff he'd never heard of, and if he thought the cover looked interesting, he'd get it just to see what it was about. Like Timothy Dalton's version of Bond. That's interesting. I got to admit, I for the most part like most of the Bonds. I like Daniel Craig, the guys who doing it now. He's great. I think he's a good Bond. I liked Sean Connery because he was kind of the buff, hunky muscle man kind of guy, that you think of with Bond. And then Roger Moore, I think, was more of the romantic, and I think he fit really in with the kind of the mindset of the '70s and '80s when he was Bond, and then the others as well. Pierce Brosnan, I thought he was a good Bond. Timothy Dalton, yeah, he was only Bond once, I think, and I don't think he lasted beyond that. And then of course, we're back to Daniel Craig, and I like him. He's good. Anything crazy happen at Silo Schemes? I'll tell you, my favorite story is over there. You got to remember, I'm in this room, and there's three windows, basically, two windows, and like a hole that's this big that I can reach through, stick my head through and reach through. And the two windows you come up to first, and they got like rebar on them, so I can't. So it looks like I'm in jail, and I can't get out, and they can't get in. And so often, I'd have people come up to the window, and I'd do my thing, and they say, "Oh, you don't scare me. You don't scare me at all. You suck." And then they come to that third window, and I reach out there and almost grab them, and they're the ones that are laying on the ground in a fetal position, screaming. Those are the ones that I love. I actually had a few people apologize to me and say, "Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it." 2 times for Timothy Dalton. Okay. Don't forget George Lazenby. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even seen that one. I've looked around for that particular episode, and it just isn't available. I've got a stack of DVDs this thick of James Bond movies, and it's one I'd love to have in my collection, but I don't think it's out there. James Bond was the worst Bond. Because it was a 70s. See, I think the reason I like Roger Moore so much is because um, Roger Moore was the James Bond when I really got into him. Because I think the first James Bond movie I ever saw was The Spy Who Loved Me, and went from there. And so that's who I thought of first when I thought of Bond. And then I went back and I saw the earlier ones, with Sean, the later ones, and all that. But my favorite Bond movie by far is Moonraker. I like that one. It's a great story. And of course, my favorite Bond villain is Jaws, and he was in Moonraker, and he was in Spy Who Loved Me. So that's just a bonus too. Richard Kiel, huge fan of him. You may have seen from time to time. I've got that Twilight Zone T-shirt. With the alien on the front of it, and from the To Serve Man episode of the Twilight Zone. That was Richard Kiel too. That was the same guy that played um, Jaws and James Bond. Yeah, the music was great too. The opening sequences in all of them are really great. They put a lot of time into that. Goldfinger's a good one too. I love that one. Look up Zardoz. It was so bad as a movie, huh? Never even heard of it. When I think of bad movies, I think of Ed Wood. In fact, I was just watching the Ed Wood movie, uh, and I think it was during the scene when they were doing the Glenn and Glenda, and he was talking to the producer or the film producer who had paid him to make the movie, and he said, "It was the worst movie I've ever seen." And I always think to myself during that line, "He's like, no, not yet." Now we got Plan 9 from Outer Space coming out yet. We watched an old movie called 13 Ghosts. The only way to see the ghosts is to put on a weird pair of glasses. That's cool. That's a great concept. Assuming everyone has the glasses. You got to be able to get those glasses out to everyone. Yeah, I was sad when Roger died. That was a few years ago. Was he 90? I don't know. I don't remember him being that old. Maybe he was. The American played Bond in the 50s. Oh, Richard Kiel was in the original The Longest Yard. I didn't know that. I know he was in Happy Gilmore. He was great in that. Yeah, I can totally see Richard Keel in Land of the Lost. Taking down Halloween decorations. Yeah, Halloween was easy for me. All I had was this guy right here, and all I had to do was bring him in. You're not getting any attention, huh? Is that it? I love how you said Ms. Galore. See, that was something that was always great with, especially like the Roger Moore era um, movies. Is all the female names had like really suggestive names. Uh, Case in point, Ms. Galore here. I think there was another one, another woman named Anna Top. Yeah, Exorcist is really a great movie. I like that one too. I was thinking there's a few movies that I might sit down and watch over the next couple nights. I haven't seen The Lost Boys in a long time, and I love a good vampire movie. Yeah, it is. It is sad about Sean Connery, but he had a long, productive life, so we can celebrate that too. When is Bite's birthday? Sometime in the middle of March. We don't know exactly. I got him five. He was 5 weeks old when I got him, and that was just what the vet estimated. And I got him like in the end of April that year. So end of March, middle of March, something like that. On the top was Goldeneye. Okay, all right. Yeah, because it seemed to me that Onatop was like a scientist, so it makes sense that would have been on Goldeneye. There's always some evil scientist associated with the villain. When The Exorcist first came out, you didn't sleep for a week. Jaws had the same effect on me. I was afraid to take a shower for probably a month afterwards. Yeah, I don't know what happened in terms of Halloween this year because I didn't get home until 2 in the morning. So I left yesterday morning at 5 a.m. Didn't get home until 21 hours later. Long day. So I don't know if there were any kids out at all last night or what. Any elaborate Halloween decorations? Nothing that I saw. As I said, I put this guy right here. He was sitting out on my porch for the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's posable, so I had him kind of sitting and waving at people. And that was I saw a couple people down the block that had a couple skeletons sitting on their porch, and that was sort of what inspired me to do it too. Sorry, been feeling that come for a minute or two here, and I knew it would happen eventually. King Kong and the creature from the Black Lagoon. You didn't like them? Oh well. Yeah, well, I guess that they've put you on a 1 month lockdown probably makes sense. There probably wouldn't have been a whole lot of Halloween this year. See, that was something I liked about the HOA in California. They never interfered with that. You know, In fact, when I first moved into the place, I actually was on the HOA because I wanted to make sure it didn't turn into, some of the horror stories that you hear from time to time about HOAs. I'm proud to say the entire time I was there, uh, they never did anything that was beyond, hey, is this going to be an eyesore, or hey, do your neighbors approve of it, or hey, is it going to damage your house or your house or your neighbors' houses? That was always what it was about. Is it the code? Do your neighbors, immediate neighbors, have any problem with it? And is it going to risk yours or someone else's house? And that was the limit of it. And that's what it should be. But I didn't like having one. It was nice. They actually took good care of the place. So that was kind of nice. I was in charge of the backyard. They were in charge of the front yard, and every couple of weeks they'd have the gardeners come through and keep the place looking nice. But and it had a nice, not a lot of nice. It had a lot of nice amenities too. It had a swimming pool and it had a gymnasium and all sorts of fun stuff. Some barbecues, so you go to the pool, and if you wanted to, throw on, have a pool party in front of the pool and all that. It was great. You have a black and white version of The Day the Earth Stood Still and the original War of the Worlds. Those are both excellent movies. I like them both. What is an HOA? HOA is a homeowners association. Basically, some neighborhoods they organize and they hire like a management team to manage the grounds, and everyone pays dues. And sometimes the HOAs get a little bit aggressive, telling you how you can decorate and stuff like that. And I didn't want anything to do with that. In fact, while I never really had any serious problems with the HOA here, or the one in California, it was still, I didn't want one. So that was one of the things that was on my list when I moved is no HOA. And I'm happy there isn't one. And this is still a very, very nice neighborhood. I mean, it's not like you got people parking their cars on their lawn or anything like that. I think if in a lot of cases, if you just leave it up to people, they'll do the right thing. When am I getting a dog? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. No immediate plans. But it's one of those things that I just might do one day. Who knows? Yeah, I had a copy of the Tom Cruise version of War of the Worlds too. I gave it away. I wasn't that into it. No, I just sneezed a minute ago, and so my nose is a little congested. I have allergies, and they're always, I'm always a little congested in the morning. No cold. I'm fine. What would Bite and Nibble think of a dog? That's the key question. We know what they think of Jaw. They weren't a fan. Yeah, don't waste your time, Jenny. I didn't think it was that good. Yeah, I mean, I even loved it when they, just tell the story like, Orson Welles would tell it on the air. That time when they told it on Halloween night, and everyone thought there was an invasion going on. People started panicking. I got a recording of that. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely don't watch it, Jenny. It'll ruin it. You get good treats in the neighborhood on Halloween as a kid. You know what? That was back in the days when you get like caramel apples and stuff like that. And yeah, yeah, there was all sorts of good candies. I remember I got one of those little necklaces that you have candy on. You can bite them off and eat them. I remember I smuggled that into bed with me one night, that night on Halloween night, and I ate them all. I made myself sick that night. I've never been able to eat one of those things since either. Richard Keel lived to the age 74. That's actually pretty old. Oftentimes really, really big people like that don't last that long. But yeah, he was. I mean, he had a long career because I mean, it was in the '60s. He was the Canomit in the Twilight Zone episode "To Serve Man." In the '70s, and he was Jaws on James Bond, and and I even remember him on Happy Gilmore, which is what I don't remember exactly the year, but that was 2000, 2000, probably, maybe about 2000. Does still bite still meow at night? Yes, he does. Don't you? You wander around the house and go meow, meow, meow. I'll tell you, one of these days I'm going to go into your room when you're sleeping. And I'm going to go meow at you and see what you think. Loved Halloween as a kid. Yeah, I did too. Those were because those movies kind of came out the year I turned, got became 17 years old and was able to get into the R-rated movies, and so those it was Halloween, it was Friday the 13th, and it was Nightmare on Elm Street. They were all kind of. I think Nightmare on Elm Street was actually a little bit later, but I remember that was when I first started going to R-rated movies on my own. I saw a few of them before that, but it always had to be something my parents wanted to see, usually my dad. And he wasn't into the horror. So, when I became 17, I could go see them on my own. I would do that. Richard was on an episode of Gilligan's Island. Well, I'll have to go watch that. Like I said, I loved him in Happy Gilmore. In the beginning of the movie, Happy Gilmore accidentally shoots a nail from a nail gun into his head. And for the whole rest of the movie, Richard Keel's walking around with a nail sticking out of the side of his head. And he had a buddy in college that lived on Edmond Avenue in Richland Drive. That's interesting because my apartment, I can tell you this now, my apartment used to be on Edmond Avenue. It isn't anymore. Now you can go see it if you want. It's right behind the Hobby Lobby. It was in the era where masks were plastic and you couldn't see or breathe. Yeah, I remember that. Fight seems unsettled. Are you unsettled? Nibbles around here. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just showing off for her. Yeah, there's a picture. I might be able to find it. It's probably something my dad collected a few years ago. My dad was always the photographer of our family, and he would always shoot like slides, and he'd have a slide projector and show us slideshows from time to time. Well, a few years ago, he knew those slide projectors were starting to, get more and more obsolete, and so he digitized a whole bunch of those pictures, and he gave my sister and I each a CD-ROM with all those pictures on it. I think one of them was a picture of me probably when I was like 5 years old, getting ready to go out for Halloween. And I was dressed as Bozo the Clown, and I had one of those plastic masks on. I'll have to see if I can find that someday. I don't know, maybe I uploaded to my Facebook page. Let me see. Hang on a second. Because I knew I have a photo, or I know I have a folder that I put all those photos in, or put a bunch of them in. Let's see. I got way too many picture folders here. There we go. If it's anywhere, it's in there. What a pathetic looking kid. There's me and my sister and a couple of the neighbor kids. I was dressed as the devil. So that's me in the middle there on Halloween. That must be a little older though. And let's see if we can get it here so it isn't so glary. Yeah, you can see a little bit better now, I guess. So yeah, that's me right there, my sister. And I think this is probably the neighbor kids. There were a couple of kids that lived next door when I was a kid. Let's see if I can find another one here. I'm actually looking for the bozo picture. That may not be in here. Yes, I'm getting too old now here. It's me discovering spaghetti for the first time. Apparently, I got more on me than in me. My dad always loved those pictures. And it's funny if you look at it. Actually, I got a spaghetti noodle going up my nose, so I'm like snorting spaghetti. Yikes! Okay, all right, that's enough of that. You made us Casper the Ghost once. That's cool. I was love Casper the Ghost. That was a TV show I watched all the time. Perhaps put the photos on the Escaping the Mouse Facebook page. Yeah, maybe. I'll see if I can find it. I thought I had them all on this Facebook page, but maybe I picked and chose. Choose isn't the word, so chose, picked and chose, pick and chose. I don't know. I don't know how to word that. Forget it. You watched the Silo of Screams vlog on the website. Yeah, yeah. That's that's the kind of thing that John wants me to do. I went through the maze I was in, her Wicked Way maze, on Friday night, and I was just looking at the footage this morning, and I got some good stuff. So I'm going to produce a another video for him in the next few days, and that'll go up on the site. You'll see that. Oh yeah, I was a blonde, a real bright blonde hair when I was a kid. Definitely. I mean, I guess you can still sort of see it a little bit. You know, what little of it is there. It's getting a little thin on the top now. The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, I saw that. That's a scary movie. Yeah. Our future chefs nerd spaghetti. Yeah. Yeah. If only I knew I could use an Instant Pot to do that. Didn't need to heat it up in my nose. I could heat it up in the Instant Pot. Yeah, pick and choose is right, but I'm trying to push it into past tense. And pick and choose is kind of present tense, and so that's what's tripping me up. But picked and choosed isn't a word. Picked could, like I picked it up in the past or something like that. But picked and chose, I don't know. That doesn't, yeah, whatever. I'm not sure what the right way to go. Choose, chose, yeah, that's it. Parents didn't object to me dressing up as the devil, being they were church going. No, no, they didn't really object to that. Picked and chose. Yeah, I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I often have a good ear for grammar, and I don't know. None of those sound right. Picked and chosen. Pick and chosen. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be the debate for the day. We'll put a poll on the page here. Which is it? Pick and choose, picked and chose, picked and chosen, pick and chosen, picked and chose. I don't know. Yeah, everyone can vote on their favorite one. Kind of like saying couch and sofa, except couch and sofa are both appropriate. You can and you can kind of use them interchangeably. It's been raining here for the last 3 days. I'd be in rain heaven. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I think the next chance of rain we have is next Tuesday, a week, about 7, 9 days from now. So, and they're saying it's a 30% chance now. But oftentimes Texas rainstorms, they begin with that. It starts off with, hey, it's 30%, and then it's 50%, then it's 80%, then it's 90%. Then you're building an arc. So, I don't know. Is the glass half full or half empty? Actually, it's about 2/3 full. There, now it's about half full. Snowed there a few days ago. Where's there? Yeah, I was bullied in school too. When you think about it, pick and choose are the same. That's true. That's true. But people do say pick and choose. Going back to Angela's examples, nobody says, I'm going to go sit down on the couch and sofa. You can pick one or the other and they're the same. But yeah, pick and choose is an old saying or whatever. So whatever. Ontario, that's where it is. That's where it's been snowing. Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, so there are bad Bond or bad Connery films, huh? You're across from New York. Okay, okay. People tease me about my name. Where can you find the Silo of Screams video? Nowhere right now because it doesn't exist yet. All I've got is the raw footage. If you're talking about the Silo of Screams video I did last year, go back and look at my videos from about, I don't know, it was probably early October of last year. So a little more than a year ago, I put it on there. Or you can go to the Silo of Screams website and it's on there. And the new video, I'll post that on my site too, unless John wants to put it on his. But he was perfectly happy having the video I produced last year just on my site, and we got a lot of views from it, a lot of comments from it. So what it's all really about is just him having access to it, and if it's up there, and you can put it up there in a um, if you can put it up there and anyone can watch it, and you have somebody who already has a following of their own, then you can be guaranteed you'll get a few more hits. So, and I think that video did pretty well. If I had any visitors to my new home, just animal ones, but it'll happen at some point. I'm sure Jordan will come here at some point. sister and my mom will probably visit. You know, once I get the guest bedroom kind of set up and set up, set so we can actually, get some, accommodate people. Right now, they'd have to sleep on the couch, and that's no fun. You like my name? Thanks, Angela. Yeah, I mean, growing up with it, I was relentlessly teased about it, and so even to this day, I'm not really a fan of it, but it's what you're stuck with. How's Beth? I got a picture from Beth of Flash when recently. I think I probably showed it to you in a previous video here, but oops, wrong one. Let's see. Yeah, I got this one. Looks like on October 9th, and it's just Flash in the backyard over at Beth's house. So she's still doing good. It's been really warm in California lately, so I doubt that she's hibernating yet, but she'll be going down in the next few weeks, I'm guessing. Hey, Jeff's here right at the end. You know a couple of people with my name and spelling. Actually, I've got a couple of friends on Facebook that share my name too. In fact, last couple of weeks, there's been somebody coming on here who calls himself the Other Breck. I guess he's a fan of Jordan too, because I saw him posting on a live stream with Jordan a couple of days ago too. Since we get to see your face, Flash will get her little bed and her pillow and blanket ready. Yeah, I don't think she benefits too much from pillows or blankets. She just pulls into her shell and go hides in a corner somewhere. There's a lot of nice neighborhoods around Waco. There's a few little suburbs around the area that you can go to like Hewitt, which is kind of right next to Waco, and there's a few other little towns. But it depends on what you want. If you want like an older house, there's 150-year-old houses close to the middle of town. I actually looked at a few of them, but I thought a lot of them would be I thought a lot of them would be, too big of a project. It would be nice to take an old 150-year-old house and fix it up and make it look really nice, but restore it. Obviously, you don't want to take the charm of a 150-year-old house and make it look modern. You don't like it when the computer shakes when I tip it around or when I shake it or when I move it around. Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Joey. Is that it could be a real money pit. One of that one house that when I was looking at the house number 5, the one that had that absolutely massive backyard that I was absolutely enthralled with, it had like 3,000 square feet of space inside the house and 3/4 acre lot. I was so enthralled with that backyard, but that house would have been a money pit because there was so much that needed to be done. Jeff was here and now he's gone again. That's cool. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up pretty quick. I promised an hour and we're almost 70 minutes now. So yeah, Bite and Nibble get their vet checkups. They got a checkup right before they moved here, and their shots and all that. And we hit them again last May. Went to do that. We keep that up. Bite seems down. Are you down? I bet you I know how I can get you to get back up again. Let everyone watch you rob the. Yeah, see, he'll just go for it himself there. There he goes. That's how you get him up. Yeah, yeah, I'm very happy with the house I got. This was definitely the right one. Yeah, even though we had the little setback. Okay, that's enough. You're fat enough. Even though we had the little setback with the plumbing issue, you know, whatever that happens. I mean, if I had, that house was, like I said, what I was really intrigued by that house with was um, that it had such a big backyard. I love that backyard, and that was something I really liked about it. But the inside, it was just too much work, and I didn't really want a house with stairs. And there were stairs going downstairs into like the family room area, and there were stairs going upstairs into the master bedroom. And the master bedroom had those really short ceilings and had that really ugly pink bathroom that had to go. And the kitchen needed to be totally gutted. And it just, if I had $500,000, that house could have probably been pretty cool, but it was too much for me. Yeah, bedroom was by the kitchen. That wasn't so much of an issue with me, but like I said, one of the things I didn't want a two-story house anymore. I had a two-story house in California, and I was just kind of getting to the point now where I don't want to be climbing stairs anymore. So, that was one of the things on my list. It had to be a single-story house, and so I'm happy with the one I got. And see, that was a downside to that one because of all the stairs and that. And as it turns out, I found out like the day after I visited, somebody made an offer on the house, and I was asked if I wanted to make a counter offer, and I said no. Tuned in late. How's mom? Mom's doing good. Um, her little issue in the emergency room last week turned out to be nothing. She had her knee replaced a number of years ago, and it was that leg that was hurting her, and she thought there was a problem with that. So she went to the emergency room, and they couldn't find anything wrong. And I guess it just kind of got better. I think she just pinched a nerve or something. It happens. Am I going to do another smoker vlogs soon? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you're right. I'm convinced I got the right one. Hell House, huh? I don't think I've seen that one. Feels like a long time since you turned the clocks back. Yeah, well, it's not even been 12 hours yet. Am I in an HOA now? No, I'm not. I was actually thinking yesterday at work that I was going to maybe see if I can smoke a turkey for Thanksgiving. We're coming up on that, and that'd be kind of fun. I mean, I could. The thing is big enough to do it. It would take forever to do it. But Vincent Price. Oh, was a Vincent Price movie, Hell House. Okay, maybe I did see it then. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? I don't know yet. I just found out a couple days ago that we're actually getting the day off of work, so that's cool. Which is weird because when I took the job, they said that you get, a certain number of paid holidays every year. But when Fourth of July came up, it's like, no, that's not one of them. You only get paid if it's a day you don't work. It's like, what? That doesn't sound right. But they announced a couple days ago that we're getting Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day off. So that's coming up, and that's going to be nice because those are all on Thursdays and Fridays this year. I'll need a big pipe to smoke a turkey. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so everybody thought that I was gonna smoke it like in a cigarette and come to your house. You'll feed me. Uh-oh, I might be like a cat though. You get me there, you might not be able to get rid of me. You put up your tree on Thanksgiving Day. I always put up my Christmas lights on like Black Friday, just because But that's not gonna obviously happen this year because I'll be working this year. But I'll probably put my Christmas lights up, on my Sunday or Monday after Thanksgiving. What are my feelings on daylight saving time? I think we ought to end it. We ought to put it on daylight saving time and leave it. This idea of going back and forth, it doesn't really make any sense. They made the argument that they did it because it gave the farmers an extra hour. It's like, no, it doesn't give them an extra hour. It just shifts the clock. It's the same number of hours in the day. It's just now and if the farmer wants to get up when the light comes up, they'll get up at 5 or 6, whatever time the light comes out. So whatever. I would get rid of it, but that's just me. Hello, Butterfly Gaming. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Seems to me I heard like a saying from some Native American at some point was talking about daylight saving time and said, leave it to Americans to think that you can cut 1 hour off the end of one blanket and sew it to the end of cut it off one end of the blanket and sew it to the other end of the blanket, and you'll have a bigger blanket. Yeah, there are a few places that are like half-hour differences. I know that's weird. Am I a framer? Or yeah, yeah, I don't know. You're a framer. I don't know. Okay, if you say so. A farmer. Okay, that's better. Because I saw you post that twice, and you posted the same way. I said, okay, is that some slang I'm not familiar with? Farmer, farmer, farmer. Okay, I get that. You've been getting up at 4 a.m. Yeah, I've been getting up at 5 a.m. Not by choice. All right. Well, I've been going, man, almost 80 minutes now. So I think I'm going to pull the plug on this one. I got to go shoot a video today, maybe two videos today. Hopefully, we'll get the paint colors put up, and we can go with that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a cooking vlog too. We'll see. So anyway, I got to get going on that. So that is all I have for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in a little bit. Bye.